when we look at content that has men in it, do we ever say male centric content? आप नहीं कहते because that's the norm.
How to actually get out of this whole women comedians and women stand-ups and women creators, whatever. How to lose that word. I feel like the only way we can do it is to correct everyone, is to educate people.
Hi guys, this is Ankita. You are tuned into peepingoon.com, and today we have the woman whose Twitter bio I think is probably still the most interesting for me because she introduced the Viberator to the modern audience. And then there is the other one who says that I make funny videos legit for living. So welcome Swara and Dolly. Between the two of you, who make the more funny videos and who has the more funny antics up their sleeves?
Obviously, Dolly.
Come on, Swara, you are making us laugh, but in Bhagvini, how can I know that?
Mostly the thing is that Dolly is consciously funny. There's craft involved, there's skill involved. I am funny because I'm just always getting into trouble. I'm like that funny कि ओ चल रहे थे केले के छिलके पे फिसल के गिर गए. Like that, haha. That's my funny.
Funny.
So,
Funny in life.
Dolly.
You have to just watch her. But in the best way, in the sweetest way.
But Dolly, like, was it ever like Swara is known to have this, like, sense of humor? If you get the comment and, you can just move around with. Did it happen to you when you first landed on set and Swara was giving one of those sly one-liners and you're like, do I need to?
No. Sora has a big presence, man. Wherever she goes, and on the sets, so she used to rule. Okay, sometimes she would say things like, "Arey, ye kya ho raha hai?" Like if someone is messing up their job, and I was like, "Oh my God, Sora!" Like she has such a presence, and she like literally rules everyone. And she's the sweetest person also on the set. Okay, she'll like literally help everyone. So it's like a balance she creates. कि अच्छा जॉब भी ठीक कराएगी बट हेल्प भी कर देगी सो that's the kind of presence she has. The first time I met her, yeah, I was a little like intimidated कि oh my god, I'm meeting Swara Bhaskar, but the moment we started chatting, and she is such a warm person, she literally took me in.
Swara, if we go by our social media interactions, okay, yes, there are strong statements and stuff, but you have these fun moments like with your friends like Kunal, Kamra and stuff, and Sumukhi, we see all of that. So when you were prepping for Beanie's role, did you like what write any of your stand-up acts? Did you practice somewhat on that format, or how did it come to you? How did you got the character?
Yeah, I mean, I was absolutely terrified of the 4 stand-up pieces or 3 main stand-up pieces that I have to do in the show. And I was like, I mean, stand-up is a craft unto itself, and it has grammar, it has a syntax. You should be learning it on your own. And so I was really terrified of that portion. So my prep basically consisted of going for open mics, like sitting quietly at the back, because also I had a sort of confidentiality agreement with Netflix, and I couldn't openly be performing because they didn't want to give away the fact that there's a show like this at that point last year. And I actually took a lot of help from the comics, from the stand-up comics, where Sumukhi and Sumaira, of course, were writing the bits, but Anubhav Bassi, Varun Thakur was in the show, तो बेचारा उसके पास तो कोई choice ही नहीं थी, उसको तो मेरा ऐसे ट्यूटर बनना ही पड़ा. But Bassi, Kumar, Varun, Kaniz, Biswa. I mean, they were all very sweet and helpful. And I got finally Netflix to organize 2 small performances where I actually wrote the bit myself. Because that's the gyan that all the comics gave. Ki just write your own stuff, go do it, and bomb if you have to. But that's the only way. So I was like, ये अच्छा prep है, जाओ बेइज्जती कराओ अपनी. Okay, ये तो मुझे करना आता है. तो I did write a set and I did perform in one in Delhi and one in Bombay, and it was the most terrifying but also the most liberating experience of my life. And I think that my admiration for this craft and for stand-up comics has only grown because it's actually really hard. So yeah, I did do that.
Now, Dolly, you make funny videos obviously for living almost every day, right? From your iconic revamps of Kamalikas to the chai and coffee ka battle, everything, every day you get this thing right. But the funniest was your audition video, which you uploaded a couple of days back. What were you thinking, if I should be asking?
Wait, what? I haven't seen this, Dolly.
You have to.
There's one story that you must know. The first audition that came to me, the first round of audition, and I had never given many. उस time पे मैंने I think 2-3 ही auditions दिए होंगे, and it was supposed to be 4 characters. Okay, it was Kapi, Beanie, it was Mona Ji. That scene is not in the show anymore, but it was in the first draft of the show. And I was supposed to be doing one of the scenes, but I had no one to give me cues. Okay, so what I did, it's so hilarious. One day, probably I'll post it, is I played the main character who I'm, doing the audition for. And then I played the other characters as well. I played the mother, I played the friend, I played the other uncle. I played everyone, combined it into like a YouTube video, the ones I make with like each character. And then I sent it that as an audition, obviously never got a call back. The casting directors are like, what the heck? I did that. I have that audition on my Google Drive, man. It's hilarious. I'll send it to you. But yeah, the one that I've posted is still okay. Okay, so like I've done worse.
This is the stuff of legends. This
Exactly.
is the stuff of legends.
As Swara says, like we are going to have a on-demand Dolly 2.0 audition soon.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Swara, with Bhag Beanie, there is this sort of conversation which needs to be spoken about. We have series like Pushpavali or maybe a 4 more shots where still we have like the strong, genre of comedy and women being the central character and taking the narrative ahead. Do you think that this is right now the most apt way of storytelling, the right amount of comedy, something which was earlier unfortunately associated only with, a certain male characters, but now we have women forefront making everyone laugh. Like, was that one of the approach when you signed Bhag Beanie?
I mean, I didn't. No, I didn't. I signed Bhag Beanie because I thought it was a very sweet story, and it was a very relatable story, and not just for, actually. I mean, of course, it's it's a female forward sort of a concept, but it's actually it's this idea of young people struggling to balance their parents' expectations, family expectations, and their own desire ki kya karna chahte hain hum kaam. This is a very universal sort of a experience in societies like India, and I would say South Asia, where there is the family is a very strong role in the choices of your life, whether it's marriage or it's work. And we all know what it's like to have to convince our parents ki nahi, of course humne degree kuch aur kari hai, but ab hame jaake content creator banna hai. I'm sure Dolly knows that, or mujhe Bollywood mein try karna hai. And they're like, what the actual, what is no, like what no. So we all know that feeling. So I actually thought it was a very relatable show. What's nice, of course, is that, as you said, that we're seeing a lot more female forward content. For me, the ideal place will be when we're not so self-conscious about it, right? When we look at content that has men in it, do we ever say male-centric content? आप नहीं कहते, because that's the norm, right? आप दिल चाहता है को देख के ये कभी नहीं कहोगे कि this is a film about male friendships. This is a friendship flick, right? But Veere Di Wedding is a film about female friendships. What is female friendships? It's just friendship. Like, so I think that it's great that this kind of content is coming out, and I hope that we reach the point in our own minds and in discourse and in discussion where we lose this, male centric, female centric. I think that, and I think that shows like Bhag Beanie Bhag and other shows will hopefully contribute towards that.
Dolly, in your case, your videos, as you have also said repeatedly, it's comprised of everyday characters and every nitty-gritty you take. So when you were starting and we decided to make a mark as a separate, I would say, a digital content creator, but mostly in the comic genre, was there a certain mindset you also had to battle, or a certain set of challenges you also had to face? Because as Swara also said, it's difficult to associate in a very common conversation this kind of
for sure. I feel see, even now I get comments like, oh, why are you trying to be funny? Women are not funny. Like, men especially come and attack you like that. That's the only argument they have, is like, how are you trying to be funny, right? So wo hai, yesterday I think we were having this discussion on how to actually get out of this whole women comedians and women stand-ups and women creators, whatever, how to lose that word. I feel like the only way we can do it is to correct everyone, is to educate people. A lot of times men who do this, or like even women, they don't know what the complexity here is, what the problem here is. They're not aware of it. They've just grown up. Like, even my father would say something like this, my brother would say something like this. So the only way we can tackle is correct them, educate them, and move forward, instead of, you know, like sometimes I feel like it's not a way to keep fighting ki, nahi, 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 don't call me a woman creator, like a woman, you know, comic, how dare you. I think i think the only way going forward is to be able to just tell them that this is why it's wrong, let's not do it. And I think slowly we'll reach a point where this male, female, women, men, I think we will be able to go beyond that. That's the only way. अगर हम सिर्फ लड़ते रहेंगे तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला. I think then everybody is just going to get angry at each other and fight. So that's not a solution. So I'm just trying to look at it from that point of view. In my own content, I try never to make anything like women centric or male centric or LGBTQ. Yeah, you know, I don't make a hawa out of anything. Like I try
You
not.
always play all the roles yourself. Like even if it's a guy's role with a mustache or a cap, yours is like a very general, neutral kind of battleground per se.
Yeah, so I think in my content also I try to normalize things which you probably don't think are normal. I think that's the only way to go about it. Like I don't think if I say, oh मैंने एक वीडियो बनाया है LGBTQ community पे, देखो जरा मैंने क्या महान काम किया है. That is not the way to go about it. I feel the only way is to, in our conversations, in our work, just normalize these things, you know. Like in our show, we have a very, you know, we have the parents going to a therapist. Beanie's parents visit a therapist. And that's such a beautiful message to be given, that it's so normal to go to a therapist, whether you're old, young, whoever you are. And it's shown so beautifully in a comedic, you know, there's no like, oh, a big moment, oh my God, they've shown parents going to a therapist. It's a very subtle way to put it. And it's amazing. I was shocked when I saw it because, you know, I had not seen those parts being shot. So when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is such a beautiful message to put out there. So it's just these ways of, you know, through your work, through your conversations, to be able to cut that stigma, break it. I think that's how we should do it.
Swara and Dolly, this is for you both. While going through a few reviews, not to name anything in particular, and even on social media, post the show was out, there was this like few lines which really caught my attention, was that why women comedies per se, a few people quoted, they only have their jokes based on sex and gender. Like what is this? What does this term mean to you? Like there were repeatedly many people saying the same thing कि अगर women centric comedy है तो jokes सिर्फ सेक्स या जेंडर पर ही बेस्ड हैं. I could say the same for a male comedy.
Yeah, if you think about it, male comedy is centered around girlfriends and wives being shopaholics and, you know, being the problems in their lives, to be honest. And our thing comes from the same. What is the problem in our life? Our problem is that we don't have enough rights and men. So, you know, so we will talk about it. I mean, just trying to be funny here, but yeah, I mean, your jokes come from the problems you're facing in life. Your sadness lands into your jokes, right? It becomes your joke. So that's how it comes. These are the problems we are facing in life probably, and that's why this is what we're trying to show. अब अचानक से हम बोलने लगे चलो नासा के बारे में जोक मारते हैं, तो that's not relatable. That's not what people will connect with us on. And it's not coming from your, you know, like from you, from inside. So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, the moment I say कि हाँ मैंने आज अंडा खाया, अंडे में ये था, वो मैं relate कर पा रही हूँ, मैं अंडे पे जोक मार रही हूँ, तो that's a different conversation. So I don't think, see, the whole point is people are anyway so afraid of women being funny, is what I've seen, that they will always have something to say about it. I don't think we only talk about sex and gender. I feel like there's so much women talk about when they talk about funny stuff, when they do stand-ups and do comedy. There's so much more going on, but people don't want to see it. They only want to see that, oh, आज इसने sex, बस ये तो sex के बारे में jokes मारते रहते हैं. So that's just a stereotype they've created. I feel that's not true completely, but also, yes, it is our reality and we will talk about it.
I think I completely agree with Dolly. And I will just add to that by saying that, again, going back to the same point which I was saying. See, the thing is that the norm is the experiences of men, right? So when we listen to a comedy about, you know, for example, a male, like a boys' hostel, okay, that we don't receive as the experience of men in adolescence. We're just experiencing that as, oh, our college days. But actually, that's a very specific kind of experience. It's the experience of young men in a hostel. That's not the experience of women in hostels. But we never say, oh, ये तो यार ये लड़के तो सिर्फ अपने अपने hostel के बारे में बात करते रहते हैं और अपने ये college और अपने ये. We never say that because it's the norm for us. The experiences of men are the norm. So as Dolly is saying, listening to the experiences of women sounds like, oh, ये कुछ अलग है. ये तो फिर एक ही topic पे बात कर रहे हैं. As Dolly said, आप मतलब इतने सारे कॉमिक्स हैं, उनका पूरा करियर अपने गर्लफ्रेंड्स पे जोक्स बना के निकल गया है, या उनके डेटिंग फेज के ऊपर जोक बना के निकल गया है. उसको तो कोई नहीं कह रहा कि यार तुम मतलब गेट ओवर इट गाइस, लाइक सारे टाइम बस तुम ये अपने अपने सेलिबसी और अपनी सेल्फ इम्पोज्ड सेलिबसी के बारे में ही जोक करते रहोगे क्या. वी डोंट थिंक दैट बिकॉज दैट इज आवर नॉर्म. This is what sounds unusual, that a Dolly Singh or an Aditi Mittal or a Sumukhi Suresh or a Kanis or a Aishwarya or a Sejal or a Agrima or whoever else, Prashasti, that these people are talking about themselves. And actually, if you look at it, if I've heard the comedy of a lot of these girls, it's not about sex only. That's actually not true. I don't think Dolly's comedy or even Dolly's sketches or the sketches of so many of these other girls is about sex or only about sex. So I think that this is actually a stereotype in our minds as a society. And the second thing I will say, as far as Beanie goes, and as far as these other shows go, see, the Beanie is not a show about stand-up comedy. Beanie is a journey story. It's the story of an underconfident, confused, conflicted girl coming into her own and being able, a girl who said yes her whole life to other people, finally learning to say yes to herself. She could have been a radio jockey. It would have been the same narrative, right? So, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
So I think that that that's also important to place in the like, don't look at Beanie and make a generic statement about female comedy or female stand-up comics or whatever those terms are, which I think are problematic in the first place. Because firstly, I'm not a stand-up comic. I'm not a female stand-up comic, and it's not about Swara Bhaskar and what she's doing. The stories of Beanie, and the comedy is a device in the story. The story is not about how to do stand-up comedy if you're a girl. This is not the theme of the show. So I think that is also something that we should be a little clear about.
And lastly, guys, there's this, I take it as a compliment when anyone would say that the Bhag Beanie's premise looks more or less similar to Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, which after seeing, I can say not. But how do you take it, like this comparison? Because that in itself was a very novel concept when it came out. And one of the, again, lovely stories of someone discovering that you have that kind of and you can do it. How do you react to it?
Dolly, you go first.
I have seen the show. I actually watched the show this lockdown. I hadn't seen it before that, but the show is amazing. It's a brilliant, iconic show. I have to agree. I don't think Beanie in any way is like a copy of the show, which people thought, especially after they looked at the trailer. I think it has so much more to offer. It's also an Indian show in present day. That's a 1950s. Matlab, the time is different, the place is different. Yeah, it's similar in a way that two women, these two women are trying to go for their dream and achieve what they want to, and kind of break the norm, and like Swara said, finally say no to something and go for what they want to go for. So that's a similarity. But again, we're circling back to the same conversation that, it's a women-centric show about stand-up comedy. So, Marvelous Mrs. Maisel ka copy hai. But aisa nahi hai, right? Like, this is not what we do. I think Swara had given some beautiful examples the other day कि अगर friendship पे कोई video दिल चाहता है, फिर अगर जिंदगी ना मिलेगी दोबारा है, तो वो दोनों same थोड़े ना है. These are they have the similar premise. They are about friendships, about going out, having fun, traveling. But we don't compare them. Why are we suddenly comparing women, stand up? Oh my God, same show. So it's just in our minds. We are so badly engraved, and this comes from within, that oh shit yaar, ek hi jaisa bana rahe, sab aajkal ek hi kaam kar rahe, female centric bana rahe. Arey, but how is this any different? Women are also people living lives, right? So yeah, we have to leave, like move on from that. We are just coming back to the same point again and again. Yahi hai mera to.
No, I think that Dolly is absolutely right. And the only thing I'll say is that, look, now the show is out. And I think that now the audience's responses to this, like if you just look at on Twitter or on social media, the response of the audience to Bhag Beanie Bhag is answering this Mrs. Maisel question on its own already, which is that people are like, they don't care. Even if there are some similarities, people don't care because the show stands on its own and is likable on its own. They're fantastic performances all around. I mean, I think that I mean, whether it's Dolly as Kapi or Varun's or Mona ji and Girish sir, who are like gems, Ravi who's done a stellar job. The whole show, it's just come together really nicely. We have an item number also, which Dolly and I, it's a very cute video of Dolly and me witnessing an item number, which has been released by Netflix as a song yesterday. So I think that marvelous Mrs. Maisel comparison has been taken care of now that the show is out. People have watched it, they've liked it, and I'm happy to let the audience, chat about it. Apart from everything Dolly has said, which is 100% on point, I think that the audience's response is the answer to that question.
So before we say goodbye, are we ready for a season 2?
I hope so.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I hope all the Netflix people on this interview are listening.
I think the message will be clearly delivered. But thank you guys. It was a lovely conversation and putting across some lovely points. And I hope by the time we move forward, we might have a season 2 announcement pretty soon to hear.
Inshallah.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.